Your platform of unfiltered, strong opinions and real culture dialogue.
Am I? Alright, so look, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Do y'all think a man can train y'all to be a good woman for them? At a young age, I knew I was gonna sell drugs. That was hands down. I was around drug dealers. My mama dated drug dealers, my sister dated drug dealers, my brother was a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? My uncle was a drug dealer. No, don't sell drugs, but this is
don't do
well, it depends. So just because I'm not good at sharing doesn't mean that I won't share. But to get another option. Now my other option is, man, I be liking my girl like that, homie. But you know, she got a sister that's single. You know what I'm saying? You got a little boy, right? Mm-hmm. Would you let a gay dude, an openly gay dude who look like Saucy Santana, watch your little boy? But look, having a threesome and not really wanting a threesome, I can still kind of go. Sometimes I don't want to go to the store for it, but I still kind of go.
It's Red.
It's Tay.
How y'all doing today?
And today we have our special guest. I'm going to introduce yourself now.
What up, dog? This is Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets, one half for the BornRich Club podcast.
Woo!
What y'all do? For sure.
So today we are sitting with you, and you're known for your platform of unfiltered, strong opinions and real culture dialogue.
Am I?
Yes.
Damn, I thought I was. I didn't know. I don't know. I thought I was a quiet podcaster.
No, sir. We've done that research. I've seen you out there. The many topics, the many things you talk about.
Yes.
The way you carry yourself, sir. The way you pull those conversations out of people, sir. Like
most definitely. I love to pull conversations out of people.
Cause there's a lot of things you talk about that a lot of people really ain't, don't want to talk about for real. So
that's because they ain't high yet. When they smoke a blunt, they say, that nigga right. For sure. First off, can I say something to y'all ladies? Listen, congratulations on the platform.
Thank you.
Right? I do want to tell y'all something. If I can give any kind of advice on a podcast show, it's not your talent. It's not how you do it. It's not what you're doing. But it's all about consistency. Some days y'all gonna want to do this. Some days y'all gonna be in love with this. And some days y'all gonna hate this. Some days y'all gonna think, I don't know how I'm going to do the next show. But you gotta understand something. Once you start something, you're most definitely supposed to keep going at it, no matter how hard it is. Remember how y'all was in school? Y'all didn't want to get up every day from school. From kindergarten all the way till you graduated, if you graduated. But you got to understand one thing. Consistency is key. So long as you keep going, you're going to win. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about anything at all. Even if it's get hard, just understand. Keep going. That's all I got to tell y'all about the platform.
Thank you.
Yes, I got to clap that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really charge to tell people that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So I need some emails so I can invoice y'all.
We really wanted to bring you here to talk about influence, integrity, and what comes with having a voice for people to actually listen.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so basically, we want to know your full story, man. Like, let us know. BornRich podcast.
How did BornRich start?
BornRich started actually, BornRich Club didn't actually start from me. It actually, so my co-host, which is Boopy McGee, aka Mr. McGee, most definitely, that's somebody that changed my life right there, most definitely. So it wasn't even a podcast at this time. It was called basically shows, because podcast hasn't really been a fixture yet in just nowhere. This is at 2014. So what he used to do was he used to record at his baby mama house, and we used to joke because it was a phone in a cup, which the cup held the phone up, and he just used to record himself. And he's a very big black advocate about injustice to our people and stuff like that. So he liked to share those type of stories on Facebook and stuff like that. And at that time, I was still in the streets, one leg in, one foot out. But I was just the dude that didn't want to do media. I was like, hell no, man, you stupid. You sitting recording yourself on the phone. And what ended up happening was I had to go into timeout for a second. And while I was in timeout, he was always telling me, like, he was going through just multiple co-hosts at the time. Because he was having, first he was doing it by himself, then he got co-hosts, and then it get weird sometimes when two co-hosts don't believe in each other's dreams. So y'all gotta make sure that y'all believe in the same dream and y'all in the same car and going down the same road. So what ended up happening was he was just kept telling me, and so I finally made a decision. I was like, all right, when I come home, I'm gonna do it. And he said, yo, bro, just give it a year. If you don't like it in a year, you can just go back and doing what you're doing. And what I was doing was illegal anyway. So he was like, you can go back and do what you was doing. And so I already perfected how to be bad. That's what got me in the jail. So I already know how to be bad. I've been bad my whole life. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Because now at this time, podcast is still not big, but the name is circling around and people kind of want to do it and stuff like that. So soon as I do come home from being on timeout, COVID happens. So now everything is at a standstill. So what ended up happening, that gives me and my co-host more time. And I gotta understand something I left out. My co-host, which is Mr. McGee, we are best friends. So we've been best friends since the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? So we have always, actually that's my brother. So his mama know me, my mom knew him, so we was very, very close friends. So we already had the chemistry. But since COVID came, we had enough time to not reintroduce ourselves to each other, but reintroduce ourselves what we want to do in the journey that we want to go down. You see what I'm saying? So we made rules on, listen, bro, once we put this shit out and say we're going to do a podcast, we can't stop. I don't care how, we got to motivate each other, because some days I'm on it, some days, you know, I'm not going on it. But we got to motivate each other to keep it. And so we end up COVID passing, and in 2021 we went in rehearsal. And we went in rehearsal for a year before we actually started. So in 2022 of July is when we first did our first episode. And so that's the story of how the podcast came. And actually the podcast wasn't based off of our interviews and what you guys can see now, which we have done a lot of interviews. But it really just started off as our topics. Loudmouth me. I always have a very big opinion, and I'm opinionated. I don't know if y'all know that yet.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm very opinionated. And I do talk on things that I think a lot of people think, but not speak on. So I just give my opinion on that. And like I said, he's the more cool, laid back one. But he's funny and he's sneaky. A lot of people know him. And when I say sneaky, not bad sneaky, but he allows me to say it first, and then he might say, yeah, okay, like that. So that's the story of the podcast right there.
So what does BornRich mean to you besides like money? In the sense of like legacy, goodness gracious. What does it mean? Besides you got where did that stem from other than you guys having that together? Where did that come from?
Well, actually BornRich Club was already a fixture out of Nashville, Tennessee, because before I ever went into, when I bumped my head, I was doing music promotion. So I was doing music promotion for a second, bringing artists and doing things like that, which I was doing good at, but I was doing it the legal way. That's what got me jammed up. But BornRich doesn't mean anything about money, and it never did. BornRich means that you got a hustle that you believe in and you go forward. Everybody is born with a gift, a talent, so it's just up to you to use it, and once you use it, everybody's born rich.
Yeah. And the simple fact that you know what I'm saying, like took them steps to get to where you at right now, can definitely say, look, very proud of you, my dog.
Okay. All right, my dog. That what's up, the single one?
Yeah, the single one.
All right, you flirting.
Maybe.
All right. Anything that I do, right? So I always tell people this, and people that know me, anything that I do, I put my 100% in. So regardless, if we're gonna sell cars, we're gonna be the best car dealership in America, right? If we do whatever, play basketball, anything that I ever wanted to do in life, I made sure that I put 100% in it. Because if you just do it and keep doing it and believe in what you're doing, you're gonna prosper, period. I watched our show go from, I remember putting out an episode, and this is the early beginnings, and I mean we got like 30 views, right? And we was both kind of discouraged a little bit, and I remember calling, and I was like, and this is like 2 days later, and I was like, hey man, we got so and so, and he like, oh, we gonna keep going? I'm like, yeah, we gonna keep going. We ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep continuing to grow our platform, and that's what we ended up doing. We were like, you know what, man, fuck it. We don't care if we get 1 view, 2 views, 3 views. We're just gonna build it brick by brick. So that's what we ended up doing, and I always just had this. I don't know where. You know what? When God was making me, that He put that. I guess He added that little seasoning on me. Like this, the person that's gonna always be consistent, get over hurdles, and always gonna I'm always gonna do what I came to do.
Right, because I know it seemed like back then you was more on some like, nah, this ain't that, but now it's more of, as you step more into it, it's more like okay, you can't know.
Nah, I love it.
Change it like that.
This is your
Nah, I love it. Anything that I do, at a young age, I knew I was gonna sell drugs. That was hands down. I was around drug dealers. My mama dated drug dealers. My sister dated drug dealers. My brother was a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? My uncle was a drug dealer. No, don't sell drugs. But this is
sell them, don't do
well, it depends. Nah, don't sell drugs. Nah, but don't sell drugs though. But
children.
I know, right? How y'all think y'all get them joints and stuff? But no, but just and not talking bad. But those are just the things that I knew that I was going to do, because those was the people that I kind of looked up to. And when I did that, I was good at it. Fast forward, when I started playing basketball and watching basketball, I wanted to be like Michael Jordan. That's who I'm watching. So like as I'm watching Michael Jordan, I'm thinking I'm going to be great at this. But everything that I put myself in, I wanted to do. So that's why I told y'all from the beginning that my co-host changed my life. And I love saying this on camera. Right, because he is the one who embedded it in me and said, hey bro, when you come home, do this. Even though I was against it at first. So you gotta imagine somebody who's saying, man, that bullshit, man, ain't doing that, man. Call me when you're done. Right? And he still was like, all right, I'm gonna just show him. And once he showed me, now I love media. This is my baby. I love it. I won't change it for the world. They're gonna bury me with a mic.
Look, nurture it.
Yeah, they go. You gotta do what? To nurture your child, to watch your child grow, to be the person that you already think, and then what you see them doing is the same way I treat media. How you know your kids is how I know media now. So I know my hustle. I know what my purpose is. I'm not looking or searching for my purpose anymore. I know what my purpose is. Now the only thing I gotta do is water my purpose to continue to grow. Look at me giving y'all this shit. I'm sending invoices out. Look, I got Taylor like that. Taylor, I like this nigga.
We talking.
Yeah.
God damn it. Look, don't come for me. Don't put me on the goddamn spotlight. I'm just listening.
Nah, I know. That's good though.
So, at one point, did you realize people weren't just listening, but they were applying the knowledge and stuff that you were putting out there?
Ooh, that's hard. Cause you don't really know it. At times, like to me, I still don't know it until I'm in the club, right? And that's when somebody walk up and say, "Man, you said this shit." At the end, they'll be like, "But you kind of right though." You know what I'm saying? So I be like, "Okay, that's kind of that's a compliment to me when somebody walks up to me anywhere, because I've been approached in public, everywhere, right? And people will say, "Hey, man, you the guy that I follow on whatever social site," and they say, "Hey man, you said this." I also have people say, "Hey man, you said this. I don't agree with it, but I also see your point of view in it." And so it's humbling. Just everywhere I go now, people, just the embrace that I get is wonderful.
Okay, then speaking about your show, there's one particular episode that I want to talk about with you.
Talk to me.
It was basically about, you said like, if you agree to be in a prior relationship, that you have mental illness.
Yes.
I wanna understand your point of view. I wanna dig deep.
Okay, I like that, because that was on my point of view. I like how you say that. Okay, now what I mean, because I say words, sometimes words trigger people, right? So when I say mental illness in my community, that's just a word to say you crazy.
Gotcha.
Right? Not mentally crazy, right? But just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I will elaborate a little more on it. I just don't want to share. If me and you in a relationship, right? And
territorial.
Well, not even just territorial, right? I I don't want to share my cheeseburger with you. I'm just gonna buy another one. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to buy like
just get a bite.
no, right? You know what I'm saying? And like if I run into the store, I don't want to give you like if I run into the store, I want to get you your own drink. I really don't want to share, right? I don't want to share my toys. So I don't want to share my vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
Way you were growing up, okay.
Yes, but I will offer to let you play with another toy.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? So just because I'm not good at sharing doesn't mean that I won't share, but to get another option. Now my other option is, man, I be liking my girl like that, homie, but you know she got a sister that's single. You know what I'm saying? So I'll fuck with you like that, or I'll try to throw the alley hoop like that. But just to keep it real, though, I feel like those type of relationships to me. And it's just my opinion and my point of view, is that those type of relationships, I just don't want to share, man. Going and having a threesome in Vegas or in the city, whatever, right? Your birthday, my birthday, we both lit. I don't know. But having a threesome might be cool because we get a room or we might bring them into our house. But we go, it's something that's only done for those couple of hours and then we send that person back on.
Pleasurable fun in the moment.
Exactly. Right, but having a relationship and a poly relationship, like the sister wives I remember used to come on TLC. There's no way in the world that I can live with 3-4 women.
How do you think that does to? What do you think that does to like the kids? Like, how do you think the babies look at that?
Well, you know how y'all know how these kids gonna look, man. Look, so I was a guy that I was very observant when I was little, right, and I will make it known in the neighborhood that my friend mama got 9 niggas in her house. You know what I'm saying? Like I joke on them from the school bus, from the playground, all the way to school. And I make everybody in school know that this nigga mama a freak. Because that's the only thing we're gonna look at.
Hey, Miss Parker.
You see what I'm saying? So it can damage you. We heard 50 Cent, everybody knows 50 Cent story, but you heard 50 Cent on a record one time. He saw his mama kissing the girl, he was confused. So if I see my mama kiss, like me growing up, if I saw my mama kissing 3 dudes that live with us, and each one of them I'm supposed to call daddy or uncle, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, it's gonna mess with a child's brain, especially if they're at certain ages. You gotta understand, kids are sponges.
We programming them.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct right there. You're programming your kid. That's why I'm gonna tell y'all another controversial thing. I just feel like this, right? Because this is what I mean, right? This is another topic, but kind of the same. It's another lane, but kind of the same topic. I don't believe 2 gay people can raise the opposite child. Like I don't think 2 women. No, just hear me out. Now we only talk. Now listen, what lane we in? We in the lane of kids being sponges. I'm not saying that you guys can't do it. I'm only giving you a reason why I feel like y'all shouldn't. It's because
Go ahead, speak on it.
This is what I mean, right? You got a little boy.
Yes.
We're gonna make it just easy. You got a little boy, right? Would you let a gay dude, an openly gay dude who look like Saucy Santana, watch your little boy? Exactly. But you see what I'm saying? Listen, why though? It's not that a gay person won't show love and affection and look out for your little boy. No, he might will. He might make sure your little boy eat, take a bath, do everything that you told him. Hey, watch him, I'm gonna be going to work, right? But we're not talking about who's watching him. We're talking about the child. Because now the child can be looking and like, okay, I'm a boy. He a boy. Maybe I supposed to act like this.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever saw a child see a transgender? And listen, no disrespect. No, I swear to God, I love everybody.
We love the community.
Yeah, I love everybody.
We can
most
agree
definitely.
to disagree on certain things.
Yes,
but
I'm only giving a conversation piece. Listen, jump in my DMs and not these ladies' DMs to cuss them out. Cuss me out, right? But this is what I mean. Have y'all ever seen a child, right, who sees either a little boy or a little girl who see the opposite sex that wants to be the opposite sex? What they do? Like, what is that? If you ever saw a little boy see a transgender walk through with his mom type of clothes on, but he know he's a boy, they do like that. That's because it's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's because there's something new to their brain.
That reminds me when I was a kid. I was raised in Japan. My daddy's military, so I was a military.
Okay, you a military all around, ain't you?
Yes, daddy.
Military nigga turn you on, don't?
Oh, yeah.
When you put a suit on.
Oh yes. Oh,
Do we do like that?
Whew, wait, you make me hot.
Damn.
But I was raised in Japan most of my life. Okinawa, Japan. That's my home. Shout out to Oki. And I didn't grow up seeing. I didn't grow up with. I didn't grow up with the term of transgender. I grew up with the term of ladyboy.
Okay, that too.
And so when I saw,
that's a good joke. That's a joke I would use. Man, you got that ladyboy. That's a good joke.
But when I saw my first ladyboy, and I noticed, I saw the Adam's apple.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the body figure, but you had the titties.
Yeah.
It confused me.
Yeah.
And I walked to I was a blunt little kid. I'm still blunt now as an adult, but I was very blunt as a little girl. So I asked, I said, "What? You look like a boy, but you look like a girl."
Yeah.
And they told me I'm a ladyboy.
This was in Japan? Damn, was he American or was he a Japan?
He was Japanese.
Damn, they got them over there.
But they have him like in Taiwan and stuff too. But yeah,
because they more strict. They strict over there though, right? That's why that's the only reason I'm asking that. Y'all might get y'all shit canceled.
It's very, they do their things very culture based, but there is freedoms for them as well. So it's not like China. How China got
okay.
It's not like that. But when I did see my first ladyboy and I was very blunt and asked questions, I was very taken back a minute because I was like, but you're a man. Yeah. But that was my first introduction to the transgender community in a sense of, I'm a man, but I like looking like a female, but I'm still a man. They acknowledge the fact that they are, but they don't consider themselves a man in a sense because they don't carry themselves like a man. That's why they call themselves boy in a sense. Okay. I'm not a man. Yeah. I look like a lady, but I'm boy. Yeah. And I respect.
But look what you say. That proves my point. Your age, you seen that, you was curious, and you asked. That's what I'm talking about. So go back to what the original conversation was.
Yes, sir.
Me and you in the house, but it's two more of you. The child is curious, don't know, gonna ask. You see what I'm saying? And you don't know what you're doing to that child mind frame at that time. Because that child can your son can like women. And not that he can turn, but he can think growing up in the world, he's supposed to have 3-4 women. You see what I'm saying? Like, he can think, oh shit, man, my dad had 5 girlfriends at one time in the same house. I want 5 girls in my house. You see what I'm saying? You don't never know. It's hard. You know how when they say this, right, about kids, because they used to tell me this out bad. They used to tell me this. I didn't stay at the child's place. But guess what I never did though? I never stayed in the child's place. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes our kids is never going to stay in the child's place. They're always going to be thinking, what are you doing? Right? I thought my nephew didn't know what weed was. Right? He's only 9. Now I'm not thinking. Now I don't think he smoked weed, but he said it smelled like weed in here. And that's the first thing I said. I didn't know what weed smelled like. And you know what he said? Mom be smoking it. But you see what I'm saying? Mom be smoking it, and he shrugged his shoulder like ain't nothing wrong with weed. Which, as an adult, we know ain't nothing wrong with weed. But a 9-year-old shouldn't shrug his shoulders to think ain't nothing wrong with weed. But the only reason he's shrugging his shoulders to say ain't nothing wrong with weed is because the person he look up to, which is his mom,
is making it a normal thing for him.
Exactly. So I just laid my point. I'm good as hell at this. I'm trying to tell you. So like I say, when I say mental illness, I'm really just talking shit, right? But I am saying on my side of the fence that I just don't feel like, to be honest, it's just a sharing part. I don't want to share. I might want to cuddle with you. And then the next day I might want to cuddle with you again. And then this motherfucker knocking on the door. Hey, tell you. Today my day, ain't it? You see what I'm saying? And then I'll be mad. Then I'm like, hell no, I ain't doing this.
That's what I'm saying. At least you keep it 100, because a lot of people, especially females, like once they're like slowly creeping into it, then that's when they slowly like show that, oh yeah, I'm not rocking with this. So my thing is, it don't matter if it's poly or threesomes. You know what I'm saying?
No, it do matter. I don't know why you said it don't matter. No, it matters. Because a threesome only lasts. The threesome don't last that long.
But my whole thing is though, if you know that you're not fully comfortable seeing your man fucking another, you know what I'm saying, another
or
woman,
knowing the fact.
you know what I'm saying, then why put yourself in that situation if you know this is what you want to do?
No. Well, I agree, but I'm gonna kind of disagree. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because let me tell you something about that. Having a so look, having a threesome and not really wanting a threesome, I can still kind of go. Sometimes I don't want to go to the store for it, but I still kind of go. As long as you don't make it a habit. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really want to do this threesome, but I do this threesome. You see what I'm saying? So I don't mind doing it sometimes. Even if I'm going to be jealous, I'm not going to be jealous all the time. I'm only going to be jealous the time that we're doing it. And when we're doing it, we're not doing it all the time.
Make sure y'all do it when your relationship is at a point of trust, not when there's already distrust. And I'm not saying
I don't even like threesomes, to tell y'all the truth though. Threesomes are overrated. To me.
Explain, please. I guess explain.
They just ain't fun like that. Like porn, watching porn, threesomes fun as hell,
that's
right?
acting. It's all acting.
But still though, it's fun like that when you like that's how we say, right? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's fun as hell. But actually trying to please two people.
Oh, that's difficult.
Thank you. Very, very difficult. You see what I'm saying? You don't know if that guy 1 minute man. You don't know if that guy probably done had too many drinks. You don't know. Sometimes my dick might stay hard for 15 hours. Sometimes my dick might stay strong for 15 strokes. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much liquor we on. You never know, right? So it's just difficult at times to try to please people. Even if my dick stay hard all the time. Just trying to please this one and then trying to please this one is very complicated because the way she want to get pleased is very different. The way you want to get pleased is very different. You see what I'm saying? So it's very complicated. But like I say, having a threesome and a woman not really wanting to do it, some women do it because it's her man's birthday. Fuck it, this nigga. No, I don't like this shit.
It's my man's birthday.
It's my man's birthday. Right? I'm gonna get 5 shots of Don Julio and we gonna act the Foolio. You know what I'm saying? But how many birthdays do we all have? Exactly, right? I don't mind doing this once a year for you. Now let's reverse it. Every day in the house I see you.
Okay. So if he can have it one day every year, that means him and another man get to do the me and he got to watch.
Hold on, say it again, I ain't here. Cause that's why I'm a dump. What you say?
I'm just messing because I don't like it, but I'm saying
I done had girls say that though. I done had girls say that was like I had this one woman say this, man. It's too funny. She said if I have a threesome, I get to pick the threesome. Now she's not dating me. We just having a general conversation. She says if I have a threesome, I'm bringing a nigga in.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Then we ain't going on threesome.
That's not
would you
fair.
consider that a threesome or getting a train ran on you though? Because
that's the same. It's a threesome. It's still a threesome.
It's not a train.
I'm with y'all. Listen, listen. I love y'all ladies, right? I love my ladies. Period. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be on y'all side, right? So I believe in equal rights for sure. I believe in equal rights for y'all women with us, right? And this is what I mean. I don't look at women. I'm a hoe. I've been a hoe before, right? I'm a recovering hoe.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to judge me on bodies that I got, because guess what I never will do?
Judge me on.
Judge on bodies that y'all got. I don't give a fuck. If I like you, I like you. That's it, right?
Your
so I always
has nothing to do with it.
Most definitely. That's just how I look at it. But I will stop when y'all say, well, I'm not stop, but it is a threesome. When if I say, man, I want a threesome, baby, let's do a threesome. You say, all right, but I'm picking a nigga. I'm gonna say hell no, but that's the same way if I come in because you see how I don't like niggas. What about if you don't like girls? But I still want a threesome. And go back to you. What you do still? I'm still gonna have a threesome for my nigga, even though I don't want to do it. I'm still gonna do it because this nigga birthday, and it's only his birthday for 1 year. That's how I'm gonna look at it when we in the house together. I don't want to share. Because one of us gonna get jealous, one of us gonna get upset. That's all I'm saying.
But what about for the ones who's like
Fix my plate first.
Nah,
fix my plate first.
Nah,
don't fix that nigga plate. I might start hating on that nigga. Man, fuck that nigga.
But now listen to
you ain't got no job, baby. Hey,
oh, you ain't got.
You gonna call that nigga guy? Fuck that nigga. Y'all about me do that to him. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't like him now. I don't like him. And then one day you probably, you know what I'm saying? You probably like, hey, I might be like, I don't feel like going out. Well, I'm going out. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all go, it's supposed to be my Friday.
But what about for the motherfuckers who always doing threesomes to keep their man type stuff?
Oh.
Well, they just ain't woke up yet. Listen, sometimes you can't just snatch that person crown off. You gotta fix it. And sometimes when you fixing somebody's crown, it's just gonna be multiple conversations. How many times you gotta tell your son, no, stop, quit doing this, and they mess up, right?
Definitely.
Sometimes your people gonna do that. Sometimes we all gonna go through that sometimes. So sometimes when you got those type of people, man, you can do two things. You can let them crash and burn, or you can talk to them. And just keep talking to them. Some people are, man, I ain't talking like that. Yeah, you do. You got to tell them, hey, man, you crazy. Keep wanting to have sex with somebody that you don't want to keep doing, but you doing it because you want to keep somebody. You just gotta chop it up with. Y'all gotta do what y'all doing. You gotta sit down, cross some legs like that, do how you be doing like that, and y'all gotta talk. Y'all gotta really have that one-on-one.
You want to pull them out of that mental game of insanity.
Facts.
At one point in time, at any point in time, it's going to eventually turn into a game of insanity, and you don't want to keep playing that game over and over and over again if you're going to get the same end result.
For sure. And once a man see a woman just doing stuff, man, just to try to keep them, we gonna dog them. We gonna run over them.
Baby,
we gonna run over you then. See, look, I like my girl conservative, quiet. This ain't gonna make sense, but I like her conservative, quiet, very girly girl, but with a mouth. That makes sense. Quiet.
In the out.
Conservative. Yes.
In the out. But because you in home.
I need the boundary. I need you to tell me shut the fuck up. I need you to say, hell no, Lane, I ain't doing that dumb ass shit. I'm not finna fuck with no other girl in here. You better pick something else for your motherfucking birthday. You know what I'm saying? I want that. Because I don't want her to do something that she don't want to do, but she's gonna do it just to please me.
See, I love your response.
Yeah, I'm sitting I'm cold at this shit.
That's all your
Ice cold.
Yeah. What y'all got lean in the cups?
No, baby. No.
I don't know. I'm just saying, lean crazy. No. I don't drink, but thank y'all for offering me, because y'all ain't offering me shit. You know what I'm saying? No water, nothing.
Stop. We don't want you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I was just saying.
Don't do that.
They did, but they didn't.
Don't do that.
They didn't.
No, we did.
I actually like to listen. I've been wanting to cut up. Man, I be doing podcasts with niggas. I be like, man, I want to hear that shit. I want to do it with y'all. I like shit like this. This is what I like.
You know what I'm saying? We like vibing. We love laughs. We love.
Oh, y'all gonna love me at the end. Y'all gonna be like, I like Lano. Oh, yeah, alright.
You might have to have him come on time.
All the time. And listen, ladies, I'm gonna be most definitely. I'm here though. I'm here.
Thank you.
Man, we appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying?
Off the top, good conversation. That's why I said y'all can ask me anything. I ain't even want to know the questions.
You want to know the questions?
I don't want to know. I didn't want to never know the questions that y'all was gonna ask me. I want to make sure that I give a very raw opinion and feedback. Nothing rehearsed, right? Because when you tell people what you're gonna ask them, the whole day they think about it.
Thinking about it.
Okay, I'm gonna answer like this. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
We want to be raw. We want to be
authentic.
real. Yes.
I want it to be authentic.
But keep it 100 though, cause we know your opinion there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, like, how do you basically like? I know you probably don't give a damn, but do you like care about like what people think when they like, he talking about this, like, he's saying it just to be saying this, or he just on some like I'm trying to explain it in the.
I get you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying though. I'm gonna tell you something.
Like clout in a sense, attention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna let y'all know something. Most definitely, I care what people say. The tough line I will answer and say, no, I don't care what nobody say, right? But words hurt. I don't read comments. I got people right now cussing me out on my page right now on my Instagram. I'm up to like 50,000 on. I had a topic about artists, right? I said nobody wants to listen to a rapper that's working a regular job.
I saw that as well.
So y'all should go through those comments. They're calling all of us lame, petty, stupid. But listen, this is what I learned, right? Shout out to Cook Up Boss. This is what I learned about the internet, right? Once you press send, the internet is going to critique you either way, even if your opinion makes sense or even if your opinion don't make sense. Some people are going to look at what you're saying, they're going to say he's or she's just saying that to get clicks and views, right? Mm-hmm. Some people's going to look at what you're saying, they're going to say they just crazy, they don't know what they're talking about. If you read harmful comments or people talk negatively about your platform or you, it will sting a little bit. Words do hurt. Words hurt more than physical punches because the punches heal up. Words, you don't forget what the fuck they said. So, yes, that's why you don't fuck with some people. Like right now, I don't fuck with some people, some shit they probably said 10 years ago. Man, fuck you, nigga. I know this. You see what I'm saying? But somebody I get to fighting with, after so long, I might be back cool with them, depending on what we got to fight for. You see what I'm saying? So words hurt more than physical touch. But to answer your question, no, this has been my whole life. That's why I have a lot of people is gonna say no. So I get compliments like this too. Like, no, I'm loving what you're doing because you have always been a conversation starter. Mm-hmm. Plus, I have never been a follower. I've always been a leader at a certain age.
Be a leader, not a follower.
Well, I was a follower at a young age. That's how I become who I am. Because being a follower doesn't mean bad either. Because that's another misconception that we have. That being a follower is something bad. No, sometimes we got to be a follower to get to where we're going, right? But as like I was just saying, what just ended up happening was to be a leader now, right? It's just a situation. It's just don't worry about what people say because they're gonna say it. It's still gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna hurt. But no, I do this from the heart. I do this. People that know me outside of like the KDZs know me. Know I've always been loud. Know I've always been opinionated. Know I always like to talk a lot. You right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So me starting a podcast, well, becoming a part of a podcast, it was like that's what he should have been doing. You see what I'm saying? So these are the so that's my answer to people that think that I'm saying stuff out of chasing clout or just to get a reaction out of certain people. No, but I am a conversation starter. If you say some bullshit, I might say I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or if you say something right, I might say yeah. But in the words of my homeboys, it can be two rights. It can be two rights.
It can be two rights.
It can be two rights. It can only be one wrong, but it can be two rights because I might be right on how I look at something. You might be right on how you look at it. Both of us can get to where we're going. You might believe in your podcast in a total different way than I look at being in podcasts, but we both can get to the same
end goal.
Well, signed to a network or being able to actually get, enjoy your fruits, your labor out of this shit. Mm-hmm. Right? You might listen. So watch this. This is what I mean. You got Adam 22 kind of podcast where he got gang coach. He talk about Bloods, Crips all day, right? Mm. But he's still in Forbes. You see what I'm saying? You got Candace Owens, who's very political, right? Different type of podcast. Mm. She's on Forbes. But watch it. She's in Forbes. Two totally different mindsets, right? Same thing. Both of them do podcasts, but they both
connecting.
Exactly, right? So that's two truths. Y'all gonna love me at the end. Y'all gonna be like, I like it.
So, has any viral clip of yours been like misrepresented? Ever been misrepresented when it come up to the full clip? Like any little viral clip?
Oh yes. My first viral clip I ever had was with this beautiful young woman out of Nashville, Tennessee named Bonner. I can't believe it. We was having a conversation about it's 8 men, and I want y'all to chime in on this. We wasn't talking about women, but the way that I worded it and the way that we was talking, it sounded like she was saying 8 men a year is not that much. Right? But hold on, y'all think it's a lot? Can you have sex with 8 men in 1 year? And we don't keep it real now. We ain't on this bullshit. Just come on now. If you single, I'm talking about if you single. If you single, right, and you in the entertainment life, because that's what I'm hit out the top. Can you see yourself having sex with 8 men a year?
See, I'm the type of woman, I gotta kind of be in love with you to do the.
Damn, you making it work hard for that pussy. Listen, can you have sex with 8 men a year?
Honestly, no.
You don't think so?
No, because even if it's not too much, it's just like still. I just don't understand people who can just bounce from bodies to bodies.
Cause she was like, she don't date. She's more like you. Like you gotta have that connection, that feeling, right? But it blew up. TikTok blew it up first, and when it blew up, I'm saying it blew up. I was happy. I run around the house so happy. But then, like I was happy. You'll think that we just hit the lottery, cause that was my first viral clip. Then she called me, and she was like, "Hey, you need to take that down. They wearing me out." Yeah. And I was like, man, I don't want to take it down. I was like, hell no. But I didn't tell her that though. I just said, look, it's just me and my homeboy, right? Who's just doing this. But I gotta act like we got a team. So I said, all right, let me check with my team, right? Man, I'm lying like a motherfucker. Man, I'm running through the house. I'm trying to look. I am a professional liar too, y'all. So I know how to lie good. I went to school to lie.
Oh, Lioya.
Yeah. Listen. So look what I'm doing. I'm running around the house for like 30 minutes trying to come up with a lie to be like, I can't do it.
Oh, Lord.
Right? And so I'm like, fuck, man, what the fuck? This is my first round clip. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And what I end up doing was I end up calling her. And I was like, yo, I went straight into my media trainer. I was like, yo, listen, calm down.
Lisa.
No, for real. Because they're not trashing us. They're kind of just going kind of hard on her. And I'm like, yo, hold on, stop. They're only giving a piece. They only watching a 23-second clip. You can't let nobody judge you off of that. So don't say nothing. Leave it alone, because I know what you were saying. She was talking about how do men share that much energy with women. Because I'm the one who's saying, man, we can have sex with 8 girls. Hell yeah, we can. We live in the nightlife, right? We talking to club girls, we talking to easy girls. That's what I mean. We're not talking to women who like y'all who want to be in love and then no.
Look, the way you said in love.
Yeah. Like I look when I'm trying to get my rocks out. Man, I'm trying to fuck. I ain't looking when I'm like, love you. I want you to smoke some weed and get high. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like I want you to like me real fast. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to like me in 6 months and then you give me some. Like I waited one time my whole life. I waited for some pussy a month and a half. And let me tell you, it drove me crazy. But I ended up staying with this girl for like 3 years though. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it.
That's beautiful.
Most definitely, it was worth it. But to answer your question on that clip, hell yeah, very misunderstood. And she went. And man, look, I woke up one time, she done went through every comment and responded. And I had to comment like, yo,
chill.
Like, you ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all, like I say, right now I'm going through it. I'm not responding to everybody that, you know, they got their opinion. Listen, it's like a 33-second clip. And if you feel like we're wrong, then you just feel like we're wrong.
We can agree to disagree, baby.
Off the side, look in media, it's on to the next clip. I don't. Some clips gonna do good, some clips not gonna do so good. But people will still have negative comments on this.
But how would you say you deal with some of the negativity from the comments?
I'm immune to it. I don't care. I don't care. Actually, I didn't never care because just the environment, how we grew up. We grew up joking on each other. We grew up talking about each other, mamas and everything. So it's nothing that you can tell me that can hurt me.
But also, if you don't have haters, you ain't doing it right. You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have supporters. You're gonna have people on your side. You're gonna have people that's gonna not agree and not fuck with you. But if you don't have haters,
you think everybody like Beyonce?
Hell no.
Exactly, right? Exactly, but you can still comment on her page. You see what I'm saying? Now if you get too disrespectful, I'm gonna block you. Like I had to block a couple people.
I ain't that motherfucker.
Yeah, I had to block a couple people like in the last 2 days. I done had to block some people, but that's just because like, you know, they like just very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with stupid, lame, you know what I'm saying? Man, them niggas don't know what they talking about. I'm cool with that type of stuff.
But also if you
when you
think
start getting
about
bitch ass nigga and stuff, I just be like, I'm gonna take this nigga out of my
But also, if you think about it in a content creator mindset, you put in, once I get to that monetization period, you actually put more money in my pocket.
Yeah.
The more views, the more comments, the more sharing. Oh, look at this, man.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what he's talking about, you know? So you pushing my video out there for me. As much as you hating, I'm still getting that money and them views from you.
Yeah. See, that's me. I'm monetized on everything. So if you look at some of my comments, I say, thanks for your opinion and thanks for the engagement. And I just leave it right there.
Well, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
And sometimes that works. Because they'll be like, well, I'm just saying, homie, I don't respect what you say. Like, that's what's up, homie.
I agree to disagree, shit.
Yeah.
We got like it. Hell yeah. Another one. I got me fucked up.
So when money enters podcasting, it can shift your the message. Have you ever felt any sort of pressure from under that?
No, but you will go through it sometimes. Y'all gonna go through it. It's just like it with your clips, right? You're gonna see what work for you. You're gonna see what don't work for you. Sometimes things that's gonna go viral. There's gonna be things that's really like you like, damn, I didn't know I said that. Or you knew you said it. Or you like, but that's not the show, right? And some people can't get caught up in views and likes as well as the money. No. One thing I tell my brother all the time. I tell him we will not let money change our perspective of what we're teaching. Right? What we're teaching is something very valuable to both of us. The podcast, BornRich Club, I'm very in tune with music. I love music. I'm not going to shift the game of music because of money. If that's the case, I keep my job and just work my job and just be excited that I'm working and I still get money. On the other hand, if you allow money to so listen right here, money should make a difference, but not make you different.
Sound like you saying make the money, don't let it make you type.
Most definitely, because money can make your mind change. It can give you a whole new route. Like you don't want to become a character. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what. Look, making $10,000 a month on your social media. I mean, not me. Hell no, I ain't making nothing but $1. But I'm saying making $10,000 a month on all your pages, right? But they want this specific type of content. Right, like Charleston White. Charleston White will come to your city. He'll get embraced in your city, and then when he leave in your city, he'll sit in his car and he'll say, "Fuck Nashville." Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because he just did it in New York. He just said, "Fuck everybody in New York," and everybody on his ass. We got something going on right now for Nashville. We had Key Glock say something about Nashville before, and every artist in the world was saying something about him. Now recently we have Fat Joe saying something about Young Buck, a fake story, and everybody was saying something. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sometimes people know what a real you in. Fat Joe probably was like, I'm gonna say this about Young Buck, and I at least know I will have this much traffic.
Oh, it's gonna spark attention. It's gonna spark that match.
Cause even if before leaving my house, guess what I got it on?
What?
I got it on YouTube, and guess what I'm watching? Joe and Jada. And now I'm not just watching when he said that about Young Buck. Guess what I'm watching? Every episode now.
Yeah. You
see what I'm saying? He real mean. Because he's talking about a local hero. Because he's talking about a local hero that I'm ready to take up for. But then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know he had so-and-so on here either. Damn, I didn't know he had so-and-so on here either.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to watch football and I'm trying to watch Joe and Jay. But just to answer your question, man, money most definitely helps a lot of things, but don't sell your soul for it, man. And just know what you're doing. You're doing something very, very great. This is what y'all girls doing, something very, very great. Don't let money get in between y'all relationship, and don't let money get in between the content that y'all putting out for the universe to get into, because y'all are teaching, and y'all don't know, man. It's two other girls who might be best friends or friends who looking at this and saying, damn, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna conduct myself like you guys, instead of being, I'm gonna say what I want to say, just the real people lean. You know what I'm saying? So nah, don't do that.
Cause like, you know, for me, I've been wanting to make a podcast for a long time. I had other friends that I've been friends with for over a decade, and we talked about podcasts, but we never put it in, you know, into the light of doing so. And when Tay and I became the best of friends, and I'm telling you, we click instantly. This is my soul sister.
Okay.
You know, we right here.
We here.
Where y'all at? What the hell that mean? Cause both y'all like girls. What y'all mean when y'all say that? Y'all like each other?
We all here.
Okay.
It's more
but y'all
so,
like each other. Y'all still, oh, but you like girls and she like girls. She cute.
Yeah.
She beautiful.
And she beautiful. You.
Beautiful.
You a kisser.
That's a fine motherfucker.
Okay. All right. That's a late night show. That's a late night show.
But like, but you know, when it came up to me and saying our chemistry, I was like, you know, we've had other people say like, yo, you guys like got a lot of chemistry. The way you guys are on each other's wave, we were right there in sync. And so, you know, when we decided to do the podcast together, it just worked perfectly for us, because it's like we reading each other's brain at the same time and right there with the same stuff. Like this is what's up.
That's dope. That's dope.
Because this is just in our regular everyday conversation. We both
you the married one, and you the single one. You gonna give sound advice. You gonna give like you gonna give good advice, but your advice go to the single people. Fuck that nigga. You like nah, just give him a little time.
I mean, but you know, I'm very real with it too, because I was that single girl. I was that girl that dealt with all.
What's the longest you've been single?
The longest I've been single was for about a year. About my longest, a year.
Damn, you like relationships. How long you been single?
About 3 years.
It's always been fucking niggas.
Fuck them.
I mean, I grew up with like, you know, people have goals in life.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of goals in life, but one of them was, you know, because I didn't have that family dynamic, I just had my daddy and my brothers and my grandmother. I didn't really see a mommy and a daddy together for real. So
I like women. Actually, that ain't part of, like, that ain't in my application. Because when I like a girl, she gotta do an application. But I do like, I tend to go more over to women that likes to be in a relationship than fuck these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do something, and then since it's already fuck these niggas, you done with me. Who want to be in a relationship, you kinda work it out a little bit. You know, and if it's workable, like you'll work it out.
It gotta make sense.
Yeah,
you know? I gotta, you know.
Is cheating a deal breaker?
So,
yeah.
Yes and no.
I like you. Look, go.
Yes and no. Okay.
I be cheating like a motherfucker on you. Nah, I'm bullshit.
You know, I love you, hubby. I love you, hubby. I know we've talked about this. We've gotten past this, but when my husband and I were dating, you know, a lot of men don't consider the flirtation and things, or talking to a female on a regular, giving her their good morning, gorgeous and
Hold
such.
on, a man don't what?
Like, okay, so micro cheating. Men don't consider the micro cheating. What do you consider micro cheating? That's
a good word.
Texting another female every day, good morning, gorgeous, exchanging news and stuff. While
that's cheating.
That's cheating, right?
Yeah. That's cheating.
So
that's cheating.
Before my husband and I got married, I'm sorry, Daddy, I love you. But
and you call him Daddy.
Yes, that's my daddy.
You call your man Daddy. Nice fuck these niggas.
But you know, before he and I went on this trust train, before we got married, you know, he was doing, you know, certain things that I wasn't fucking with, which was what I consider micro cheating.
And he was texting other girls.
Yeah, he was.
How you know he was texting other girls though? You went through his phone.
Well, let me tell you, not all women's intuition is on point. No, but listen, not all women's intuition is on point.
Okay.
But when I got eyes, so I felt his energy when I knew he was texting another woman. We might be in the bed together. He was, my baby was doing some disrespectful.
That's my favorite place in Texas, in the bed. While she right here. I got the phone because her head like right here. I had the phone like it like, man, that nigga crazy. But I'm texting, hey, yeah, I just pull up on you tomorrow.
You know, and like my man never did it in the sense of like physically cheating on me. It was more so all
Micro cheating.
The micro cheating.
Well, hold on. See, because you make me think he going all the way. See, I see why you like, fuck this nigga. You ain't got time for that, do you?
Yeah, no.
But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to say this. Because what you say there, it's not a deal breaker like that. I'm going to be honest. Texting another girl, telling her good morning, switching nudes, that is cheating, right? But that's not physical cheating.
Yeah, that's not. But it's still enough to make me feel some sort of way.
For sure.
So now, if I've expressed to you over and over again, you know, to stop, and then you keep doing it.
Oh yeah. He didn't get better at it.
No, no. We're married and we're very much in a healthy relationship.
No, I'm talking about better at it when you was telling him to stop. Like,
no, maybe I'm too smart. I'm very much in the Texas side. You know what I mean?
So a question. Now this is a good question now because y'all talk about women's intuition. I believe women's intuition I believe y'all intuition sometimes lie to y'all too, right? But what about if you would have thought it and you looked at his phone but he wasn't cheating? Would you would have stopped right there? Would you never would have looked at his phone no more?
Oh, definitely, because I would have felt stupid.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I would feel dumb.
But would you would have stopped? I'm talking about no, not how you feel dumb. If you look at something and say, if I say I think you cheating on me, right? Now I don't go through phones. I ain't never went through a phone. You know what I believe in? Not even my intuition. Guess what I believe in? It's gonna come to not even evidence.
What happens in the dark comes to light.
And you better hope that when I find out, because cheating is a deal breaker to me if I catch you cheating. If you catch me cheating, you supposed to take me back.
Ain't that some shit?
But y'all will, you will though. You will.